Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Health and Fitness for all your health and fitness needs. One-stop shopping. Want to lose weight? Want to get healthy? Want to corona-proof yourself? Here it is, and it's all one protocol. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Bill and Melinda Gates. Ignorant failures. You think, oh God, one of the richest men in the world, one of the most philanthropic guys in the world. Oh, that's true. What are you talking about? Ignorant failures. Well, there's a couple places where they are blatant failures. One of them, which I'm going to start with, is near and dear to my heart because I spent 30 years as an inner city public school teacher. The other one has to do with health and fitness, and we'll get to that. But let's start, I'll go real quick over the one that really isn't health and fitness related in the traditional sense. And that is, years ago, Bill Gates decided that he knew how to revolutionize education. Revolutionize education. Now this elitist jackass just thinks he's so much smarter than everybody that he didn't have to consult one person in the educational field before he embarked on this. Billions of dollars later, some of it his own money, not all of it, some of it taxpayers' money, he's out of the education system as a complete and total failure. First of all, he decided kids love computers. You bring computers into that they buy from him. You bring the software, you bring computers into the classroom, and kids will love going to school. Okay? Now I agree that in this age, and back when this was happening, computers belonged in the classroom, especially in inner city schools. I believe that. But not for the moronic, obtuse, ignorant reason this jackass thought they were. He just thought kids love computers. They love sitting down in their basement, eating Cheetos and playing Mortal Kombat. That's what they love. They're not going to love doing algebra, you moron, just because it's on a computer. That complete and abject failure. Didn't work. Then there's genius. He's genius in his own field, but he's stupid. He's like a fish out of water flapping around when you get him outside his field of expertise. Then he decided, well, if it's not the computers, it must be the teachers. He didn't consult one teacher before he embarked on this. So all of a sudden, we are going to educate the teachers. We're going to send them to all these conferences, and we are going to put them on very, very adamant and precise censoring and grading and all this sort of thing. And they're going to be graded. We're going to get rid of the old ones. We're going to get rid of the bad ones that aren't producing. And we're going to bring in better and smarter and younger teachers. That was the thing. We're going to evaluate, we're going to educate, and we're going to get rid of the riffraff and bring in complete and total failure. Billions of dollars in workshops, all this sort of thing. Billions of dollars of required testing, observation, and evaluation. Billions of dollars didn't move the needle one tick as far as student performance. Not one tick. Now let me ask you something that he didn't bring in. You guys are bright people. Who do you think is the better teacher? The guy that teaches the advanced placement class, the geniuses, where he just says read chapter 1 and do the questions at the end of the chapter. If you have any questions, I'll be up here. Or a teacher that's teaching special ed, and a kid in 5th grade and reading on a 2nd grade level gets up to the 3rd grade level by the end of the year. Who's done a better teaching job? It's moronic, Bill, and you are a moron. I'm not done yet. Okay? Now, once we figured the teachers aren't the problem, then it must be the curriculum, core curriculum. Every student in the country has the same curriculum. So on October 13th, somebody in San Diego is learning the exact same thing that they're learning in the Bronx. That, what he thinks, is going to revolutionize education. Well, the notion that somebody living in Malibu requires the same education as somebody living in the South Bronx, again, Bill, dumb, ignorant, obtuse, complete and total failure. Core curriculum, teacher evaluation, everything, gone. Billions of dollars later. That's three things, Billy. Complete and total failure. He had one last-ditch effort. It must be the class size. Now, I agree with him. Class size has a lot to do with it. But he funded a school that I think had no more than 15 kids in the class. Okay? After how many times? Made no difference in their production. No difference in their productivity whatsoever. And this scumbag completely pulled the funding on the school. So these kids that are going to school to ABC on Monday show up on Tuesday and the place is locked with the lights out. They have to go to school XYZ. What a dirtbag. A complete and total dirtbag. Okay, enough about education. Failure. Okay? My favorite is, with the coronavirus and all this sort of thing, everybody, well, he comes out, it's got to have a worldwide vaccine. Who's going to get paid for the world? Yeah, Billy is heavily invested in Big Pharma. Heavily invested. Every single vaccine that you're going to get from the coronavirus is going to put dollars into Billy's pocket. Okay? Now, but there's a problem here. He thought vaccines were the answer. Back in 2011 in Mozambique, when he and his obtuse wife, and I'll get to her in a second, rich white men are the scourge of the earth. I know, but rich white women can be it too. Racist. We'll get to that. Okay? So, where do we go? Goes to Mozambique, armed with vaccines and nets. Now, he's once again, not bright enough to know that malaria is a disease of filth. It is not a disease of the microbe. It's not a disease of the microbe. It's a disease of the terrain. Ask Louis Pasteur. Okay, Bill. You should have asked somebody. What they needed in Mozambique, Bill, was a proper drainage system where there isn't raw sewage down the middle of the town, where kids aren't playing it, where people aren't washing their clothes in raw sewage, where rats and mosquitoes aren't infecting with malaria and then that is what they needed. But if you look at the malaria incidence in Mozambique today, it hasn't changed one bit. It's actually increased. More, billions of dollars down the tube. All he had to do is fix the sewage system, and there would be no more malaria in Mozambique. Failure. Now, the last one is my favorite. This is Melinda. Melinda, rich white woman, knows more than everybody. Okay? And she decides that birth control is the ticket out of poverty. Okay? Now, whether or not statistics show that that may or may not be true, okay, is not the point. Is not the point at all. This racist piece of garbage goes over to Nigeria and starts passing out condoms and other space-age birth control, morning after pills, and abortions. These are highly, highly Catholic people that do not believe in it, but that doesn't matter. Melinda Gates feels that it's her right to control the Nigerian and the African population. Now, she didn't take all this stuff and go to Appalachia and give it to white people, did she? No. She took it upon herself to go over to Nigeria and tell the black people how they're supposed to live and how they're supposed to worship. If that isn't an evil, disgusting, rich white broad, I don't know what is. And where's Black Lives Matter? Where's Dave Chappelle? Where's Colin Kaepernick? This is all right with everybody? What are you going to do? I'm going to make a video and state my case. Anyway, that's that. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff. True power. Love you all. Vaccines don't work. Ask Bill and Melinda and go look at Mozambique. And if you think a vaccine is going to cure the coronavirus, think again. Ask Bill and Melinda. Billions of dollars later, they know it's not true. Love you all.